So a lot of people were asking me, what should we really do in order to get started in the freight forwarding industry? And I got a gazillion DMs on this, and I wanted to respond directly to you guys on this. So what would I do if I want to get started in the freight forwarding industry in the United States today would be, number one, I would get a job at one of the large forwarders, like a Kuhn & Nagel, or one of Expeditors, C.H. Robinson, one of the large forwarders. And what I would do there, the first thing I would do, I would work from the ground up, right? The key is, as a freight forwarder, that you really need to be understanding every aspect of the forwarding process. And it's really hard to really get started in the freight forwarding industry without not knowing all the pieces. So number one is, for me, I would first try to get a job in the documentation department to understand bill of ladings and documents really well. Number two, I would then try to get a job or in a department. And many times you can do this in big forwarders. You can do all this in one company, right? So the second thing would be, I would like to be in the booking department or a dispatching department or any kind of, some people call this a traffic department, where you're actually making all the bookings, where you work with trucking companies to arrange the pre-carriage for bookings and actually make the actual ocean bookings. And then as a third step, I always suggest that you go into the sales role. I can't stress this more, how important it is to to run your own business when you're actually running a very strong sales background, rather. So I think those are really the three most important things to get started in the freight forwarding industry. And I always tell people that get out there, go work for companies. I get so many messages from people saying, I would like to be in the freight forwarding industry, I would like to start my own business. Nobody starts off with their own business. I've done it myself. I worked with very, very large companies in the beginning of my career before I started my own business. So that's always very, very important. So remember those three main steps, and I believe you can learn a lot. In general, I would say 2 to 3 years is kind of like the average that you at least need to get under the belt to really understand the freight forwarding process, if not 5 years. Thank you.